This is what we've waited for.
Welcome to another video, track and field fans, where today we'll be looking at the women's 100-meter semifinals. There will be two semifinals on the card. As you can see on your screen, the starting list for each heat. The top three from each heat will go through, followed by the two fastest losers. So let's take a look, starting with Heat 1, where we see Serena Cole, who qualified in a time of 11.19. She's a one for the future, very bright future. I see this athlete as a very, very talented athlete. She does field events, long jump, as well as she can do the 100 and the 200. So, a very talented athlete. I think she has a bright, bright future ahead of her, but don't see her going forward into the final. Sorry. Also, Kiara Grant, she qualified in a time of 11.31. I don't see her moving on either to the finals. We have now Shashali Forbes, who has been looking good all season. She got a great start last night, finishing in second place in a time of 11.09. I see her going through. I see her part of the top three in this heat going through. We also now move on to the favorite, overall favorite for the 100 meters. That is Sherika Jackson. She looked smooth, easy last night going through in a time of 10.99. Shows that she has a lot left in the tank. And also a major improvement in her race is the start. I'm really happy about that. So she looking really good. And also we now move on to Alana Reed, who I stated in a previous video that once she's not tired or fatigued, she should go through, and she did, looking good last night. A bright future ahead of her. She just turned pro, so she has a lot to give in the coming future. I also have her going through into the finals. We also see Ramona Burchell, who finished in second in a time of 11.20. But I have her, looking at it, I would wanted to say I have her as a fastest loser, but looking at Heat 2, it's gonna be very sticky. It's going to be very sticky. I think she has to run a time of at least 11.10 in order to be amongst one of the fastest losers. 11.10 to at least 11.12 to be among the fastest losers, because Heat 2 is very stacked. So now we'll move on to Kevona Davis, who didn't really get a fast start last night. But she came through in a time of 11.12. Her coach stated that she's here for business. So let's see what she can produce. Do I have her as one of the fastest losers? I think she has to. If she get a start that she got last night, she might not be amongst the fastest losers, because that start did not look good at all. But hopefully she can produce something, because I always expected her to be ahead of where she is now, because she left champ. She was a star at champs. I saw her as one having a bright future, but she in the collegiate system, she seemed, for me, she hasn't progressed as how I wanted her to progress. So hopefully she can fulfill her potential. But if she can produce that 11.112 in today's semifinal, I think she will be amongst one of the fastest losers. Now on to semifinal Heat 2, where we have Kemba Nelson, who is running according to form, because she had previous times of 11.18 coming into the national trials. So she was running according to form. She came to in a time of 11.19. So I think she will have to improve upon that time in order to make it to the final. Could she be one of the fastest losers? I think so. But as I stated, she has to lower that time to at least 11.12 in order to make it into the final. We look at Tina Clayton, who look started well in the race, but faded as as they came to the finishing line. She came through in a time of 11.19. Also, she doesn't look, or she's still in the transition period of her career in terms of from junior to pro. So she's still learning as a one that has a bright future ahead of her. A lot of us as fans are really looking forward to her to carry the torch for us in the future as well. But I don't see her going through. I think that's it for her in terms of the 100 meters. So we move on to now Ashanti Moore, who got a great start last night, looked good, came in a time of 11.15, and I think she will improve upon that in today's semifinal. I think she's one that will go through in the top three. Also, we move on to Natasha Morris, who won her heat yesterday. Came out looking good, got to the line in a time of 11.00. So she's looking really good. As I said, once she can put her races together, she can deliver. It's just that sometimes she's inconsistent. But I think she will be one for the finals also. Now we move on to Elaine, and a lot of persons came at me because I stated that she's not going to make it. But I was just speaking as because of her form and how she looked. She was struggling for fitness. She was not looking good in previous races, but she came out last night and well, basically shut me up. And she came out looking good. Her form, as I always say to person that for me, she has the best technique for a woman in sprinting. Yeah, she looks really good in sprinting, and on her A game, she's formidable. She's unbeatable. So don't I fully support her. I'm just speaking according to form that I saw earlier. But as I said, she came out and closed my mouth, and she came out one in a time of 11.12 and looking like she has a lot more left. Well, she has a few more left in the tank, so she can go faster. So I have her as one going through as well. Also, Janelle Smith looked good in the heats. I think she will improve upon her time in the today's semi-final. I think she could be one that could spring a surprise or cause an upset in the event. I think she could be one that cause an upset. I think she's from the MVP camp. She is looking good. She is running better and better each race. So I think she is one that could cause an upset for it, and also could be one with the fastest time or the fastest loser. Also for Brianna Williams, I had her as one going to the finals, but looking at yesterday's start, that's an unusual start for Brianna Williams. Normally she gets a flying start, so I don't know what happened there. But she, in order for her to go through, she will have to get her usual flying start and try to hold out in the last 15 or so meters. Because normally she fades in that aspect of her race, which she's working on. She's getting better and better at it. But she will have to get that good the flying start in order to be in contention. But I also think she will be amongst the fastest losers as well. So let's recap. In from Heat 1, I have Sasha Lee Forbes, Sherika Jackson, and Alana going through automatically, and possibly Kevona Davis as the fastest loser from that event. Also in Heat 2, I have Ashanti Moore, Natasha Morris, and Elaine Thompson going through. I possibly have Jill Neal as the fastest loser, as well as Brianna Williams as well could possibly be a fastest loser as well. There can only be two. I have three in Kevona Davis, Juniel, and Brianna. So I am trying to split the difference, but I do not know who. I think if Brianna doesn't get that flying start, she will be out of it. So that's the difference. That's how close it is, because it's really, really close. But if you guys have any objection or think differently, you can leave your opinions in the comment section and let me know. Guys, this is the end of the video. Until the next one.